Good morning, dear students. In the last class, we discussed about the circles chapter and we completed that chapter. Okay, so now we'll start with a new chapter. So, before going for the new chapter, let's give introduction for this. So, by looking into the introduction, you need to tell what is the chapter name is. You must have come across situation like one of the given below. Akila went to a fair in our village. Fair in the sense somewhat like this. Are you able to see this picture? Okay, somewhat there's that so many things they're selling that, right? Okay, in her village, she wanted to enjoy rides on the giant wheel. So I think you're familiar with the giant wheel in the exhibition and all. It is there, right? So that is and play Hopal, a game which you throw a ring on it, ring on the item kept in a stall, and if the ring covers any object completely, you will get it. You're all familiar with this game. So the ring game. So the number of times she played Opal is half the number of rides she had on a giant wheel. If each ride cost rupees 3 and the game of Opal cost rupees 4, so, how would you find out the number of rides she had and how many times she played a hopal provided she spent rupees 20? Just look into this and read it once. So, maybe this, read this in mind once, all of you, and try to understand by yourself. So, maybe you will try it by considering different cases. If each has If each has one right, is it possible? Is it possible to have two rights? And so on. Or you may use the knowledge of class 9 to represent such situation as a linear equation in two variables. So this chapter you studied in your previous grade in ninth grade, that is linear equation in two variables. Actually, okay. So now what she'll going to do? So here let us approach this. Denote the number of rights Hakila had by X and number of times she played Opal by Y. Now the situation can be represented by two equations. So y is equals to half of x and 3x plus 4y is equal to 20. Why? Because she 3 rupees she need to pay for the each ride and 4 rupees for the each what they give you and hope and the game of opal cost 4 rupees and 3 rupees for each ride and she has 20 rupees. How many games she can play? So for that you can write this in the statement form, that is mathematical form, like this. And one more statement they gave at the beginning. What is it? So at the beginning they gave one statement, so that is Akila went to play, she want to enjoy rides of giant wheel. So the number of times she played Opal is of the number of rides she had the giant wheel. So Opal, that game, the ring game, is of the giant wheel. So now this here both are linear equations which we studied in your previous grade, that is in the ninth grade. Okay, so in the ninth grade what you did, you solved one equation. We know y is equals to 1 by 2 x, in the sense we'll find the value of y and x and y for only one. But here we need to find the equation, we need to find the x and y values for both of this. So for the both of this linear equations, so solving such type of linear equation is known as simultaneous linear equation. So can we find the solution of this pair of equation? There are several ways of finding this, which we will study in this chapter. So this chapter is nothing but simultaneous linear equations. In today's class, let us discuss about pair of linear equation in two variables. Okay, so now as a examination point of view, this chapter is very important. You may get around 9 marks in this chapter. Around 9 to 10 marks will get in this chapter. In this one graph is there. That graph is very important. 100% you can expect that graph in the final examination. Okay, and for this chapter you need to keep the graph book. So graph book which is provided in the school, you have to keep that for the for this lesson. Okay, so now the first main what I'm going to do, we have to do in the graph only. Okay, so before going for graph, so you should write these things in your classworks. Okay, so what do you mean by pair of linear equation two variable? So that you can define that as like this: two linear equation of the same variable is called a pair of linear equation in two variable. The most general form of the pair of linear equation is a1 x1 plus b1 y1 plus c1 is equal to 0, and a1 a2 b1 b2 c1 c2 are real numbers. Okay, so we can solve this simultaneous linear equation or pair of linear equation in two methods. One is graphical method and one more is algebraic method. Okay, one is graphical method and one more is algebraic method. So here you can write the examples also. Examples. So examples, you can give any examples. So 2x plus 3y plus 4 is equal to 0, and 6x plus 8y plus 1 is equal to 0. Like this you can use so many examples, but you can't give like this. So 2x plus 3x plus 4 is equal to 0. Why? Because if you use this example, this become one variable. So here this is okay. Why? Because x and x both are one variable. So 6x plus 8x plus 1 is equal to 0. If we give like this, it become only one variable. So but what is the name of this? Pair of linear equation in two variables. So here two variables must be there. X and y are the two variables. So the remaining things are a, b, c are the real numbers, constant. So you need to find the x and y values for this. So we can find the x and y values in four methods. In that four methods, one is graphical method and remaining three is algebraic method. In the algebraic method we have three methods, that is substitution method, and elimination method, substitution method, elimination method, substitution method, elimination method, and one more is cross multiplication method. So in your syllabus all the four methods are there, but because of this lockdown, so they removed one of the method, that is cross multiplication method. So substitution method you need to study, elimination you need to study, and graphical is compulsory you need to study, but cross multiplication they give some exemptions. So this only for this year they removed this cross multiplication method. Okay, I hope all of you understood about this. This is known as simultaneous linear equation in two variables. So copy this in the classwork. So the settings, and in the homework, so make a linear equation, some pair of linear equation by yourself. So make homework write 10 examples, write 10 examples of pair of linear equation in two variables. So we can give, you can write the 10 examples of your own for pair of linear equation in two variables. Okay, so you have studied in the class 9 that given a two lines in a plane, only one of the following three possibilities can happen. So in last year also you did the graph, right? This year also the same thing, but what to do? So in a one graph sheet you need to do the only one graph. You need to do the two lines to draw. You need to draw the two lines. It is two graphs. I mean two points we need to find like that. So the two lines will intersect at here. You have also studied in the class 9 that given a two lines in a plane, only one of the following possible can happen. Two lines will intersect at one point, isn't? And two lines will not intersect, they are parallel, or two lines will be coincide. So we show all the possibilities in figure 3.1. In figure 3.1 they intersect, figure 3.1b they will parallel, and figure 3.1c they are coincident. Where the figure? Wait. Now see here. So both the ways of representing a pair of linear equation go hand in hand. The algebraic method, geometrical ways. So here, see here, these are the three uh, ways. These are the three ways. So when you draw a graph for the pair of linear equation, so you may get a graph like this. This is intersecting lines, and or you may get like this. This is parallel lines, or it may be we get a like this. That is coincidental lines. Okay, so if we draw a pair of linear equation, so we may get any of these three. Okay, and this graph is very important as a examination point of view. In the next class I will show you how to draw a graph. Okay, and this graph question is very important for 4 marks. Okay, so please get ready with your graph book. Okay, already in the school they provided around 80 pages or 60 pages graph book, so get ready with that. In the next class I will discuss about how to draw the graph. Okay, so but in the classwork you write this. In the classwork you write this, whatever I'll put in the box now, you write that in the classwork. Okay, this one. After that write the 10 in the homework book, examples in the homework book. Okay, and also you write this one. Okay, write this. If first you add here, if two lines in plane, only one of the following three possibilities can happen. So write this. Okay, and also draw this diagram. Okay, so the remaining thing we'll see in the next class. Okay, have a nice day. Bye, take care.